Hey everyone, if you don't know me, my name is Eli Calusi. I run Proxy AI, an AI automation agency, software agency. And this video is basically just going to be me breaking down my plans for 2025, but not in like a weird, like cringy way. Like my plans on how I can be more fulfilled, my vision moving forward as to like maybe the kind of products that I can sell, the kind of services I can offer. It's just going to be a little bit of a mind map, roadmap, brain dump. So maybe if you stick along and watch this video, you can pull a couple things that you could think about, implement, or who knows, maybe me yapping will give you like a new frame of reference on something. I don't know what's going to happen, but stick around if you're interested. Okay, so as I said in the intro, basically this video is going to be super chill, kick back, laid back, and we're just going to discuss some stuff, guys. Yeah, I'm going to pretend you're right there, and I'm just chatting to you like you're a good friend. So this is going to be my brain dump on kind of what my product lineup in 2025 looks like. So under the umbrella right now, currently of Proxy AI, we have two things going on, right? Two nice, beautiful little paths that we focus on a daily basis. The first one of those tasks, please remove, actually that's fine there. The first one of those tasks being, can I get rid of this? No. Okay, first one of those tasks being custom AI / automation work. So this has been one of the main revenue drivers for the business for a very long time, and we still continue to do this. So let me just show you a quick example of what this looks like. So this is a client that we're trying to lock down this month. It would be a pretty good contract at about 5,200, Canadian dollars, $5,200. The Victoria Forum, they host conferences and events all over the world. It's basically a university here in Victoria called the University of Victoria, partnering with the Canadian government to host these super cool events. And yeah, they have some in like Africa and just have really cool speakers, like hundreds of speakers come and talk at these conferences. So basically some issues that they're having that we're going to work on are the bio updates for the speakers. Canada's bilingual, so they need to translate it into French, and they are hiring somebody to translate into French for them. And also the picture upload. Right now, the hundreds of speakers email my contact at the organization, and they send their bio in a first person as they would write it, and then they also send a picture in the email. There's two emails that people send this information to. It's not a unified inbox. So the issue with that is that the bio is in first person and they have to download the email or download the picture from the email. Then they have to upload it to WordPress under the certain bio section, and they have to rewrite it in a third person, like John did X, Y, and Z versus I did this. So that it's just a ton of work. So they do all of these things, and it takes so long. She said it takes about 40 hours per event to do all of these things for the 50 people times like 3 events per year. And then like 40, like you can multiply that by $25 per hour. So that'd be 120 hours times 3 events multiplied by 25 hours so basically that is $3,000 times 3 events per year. And then also, I believe this is just in one country. So if you multiply that by another 3, you get $9,000. And if we charge $5,000 for this, then they are effectively saving, well, I mean, this math isn't too hard. They're effectively saving $4,000 on all of this. So pretty good deal when you break it down like this. Now, we're also going to do social media stuff for them and other things, but you kind of get the idea. This is the main like driver of revenue because you can justify the workflows like this when you break it down to an hourly rate and you delegate these things to an AI. So we're basically just going to train a model and use N8N and probably just use GPT 4.0 to do the translation and the bio rewriting. Pretty simple stuff, guys. So now the other piece of it that has been a driver for us is, let me just move the arrow over here a little slinky, weird arrow, is the consulting. Pretty sick writing, right, guys? That's kind of fire. So it's the consulting side of things. So basically, with the consulting, it's the first link in the bio, and it's just 44 USD per hour. What you get from that is you get unlimited one-to-one conversations with me, aka Eli. You get unlimited one-to-one over Slack with me for a one-time payment of 44 USD. And if you want to do another actual video conference, it's another 44 USD. But everywhere else on YouTube, people are charging like 300 USD. I even saw one guy charging like 500 USD for 1 hour. And obviously, if your time's worth that and you've done the math and calculated that, then that's absolutely fair. But my time, it's worth a little more than 44 USD. It's not worth this much yet, but I just wanted to try and make it so accessible for absolutely everyone so that they could get in and get one-to-one consulting around a couple different fields, right? So this is going to be tech. This is going to be AI. This is also going to be SaaS. And then also tech stack slash like general software stuff, like actually getting into the code. Because a lot of people have been messaging me about what tech stack I use, how I structure that. So I thought that doing this would be a very tangible way to answer these questions while also not having it be super brutal for me and have some like burnout around that. One thing I've been considering around this, and that actually brings us to phase 2 of the plan, of my mega mind evil plan. Phase 2. Oh, I need to wait, bro. This isn't a, make that bigger. Yeah, that's a highlighter color. So phase 2 of my ultra evil plan, still doing the custom automation work, right? This will be a carryover. Granted, into here. But hopefully not like quite as much. So if we take the consulting, for example, right? For $44 an hour, if I just change this $44 an hour into 44 per month for a community centered around AI, tech, SaaS, and software, then people would be getting much more value for their $44. It would provide things like networking. It would provide things like tutorials. We could have office hours. And we could also have lessons going on from mentors, people that I would hire on to run calls, all subject matter experts in their specific area of AI, tech, SaaS, or software. The info space is one where you have an audience and you've built up enough following and enough knowledge to actually teach something and educate people about a certain thing. It's very scalable. Like, it's very easy to scale this to like 6 or 7 figures a year versus a done for you service is a lot harder from my personal, somewhat limited experience, right? So if I get enough interest around this new price point, this $44 an hour price point, then I will gladly create a community, but only if there's interest. I don't want to create a community if nobody is going to join for obvious reasons. So this is kind of the plan. And then the last thing I want to talk about is along the lines of SaaS / software. So the AI space is getting super, not congested. That's not the right word. It's not congested at all, but it's getting, there's a large influx of people who don't want to build with AI with no code tools anymore, like Make or N8N or Zapier or whatever. They want to actually get dirty. They want to get dirty with the code and actually jump into repositories on GitHub, clone them, code, and actually learn software development. And I've been seeing this influx over the past year or so. And especially with the advancements of like Cursor or Windsurf or any of these AI IDEs, it's becoming more accessible to non-technical people to jump into the technical side of things and actually build SaaSes and build cool shit. So with this new revelation I'm having, I want to create a boilerplate. Boilerplate. Sounds kind of weird, kind of a funny name. Basically what a boilerplate is it achieves a couple of tasks. So you can set up your project much faster, right? So set up project faster. So this basically provides 30% of the code base in one day. You can set it up using a boilerplate in one day, and it will take out about 30% of the code base, or a bit less if your project is pretty crazy and it's not a little bit more micro SaaS, niche down. But very crazy how much time you can save with a boilerplate. So boilerplate will include things like the packages, so the NPM packages you need. This could include things like Crew AI, which if I go through with this, mine will. Crew AI setup. So basically all you do is you integrate your API keys and then you can configure Crew very easily. Or OpenAI setup, or integration is probably a better word, not setup, right? So OpenAI integration, also stuff like Stripe setup, and then also like a landing page, pre-configured with variables that you can replace with your images, your copy, and everything you need, right? So this landing page, not pages. So this boilerplate is something that I've been considering for a little bit now. And I believe my hypothesis is that with the influx of new people coming into the space, this will be an extremely in-demand thing. And I think through my content, if I keep trying to scale it, I'll be able to sell a few of these at like, at like $50 per month. Or if people just join the community, they could get this for free, right? So there's different ideas, there's different ways of looking at this. But basically, guys, so make money from consulting, make money from a community. So let me actually just do one last like big thing over here. Ways to make money. So the ways that I want to make money this year are consulting. I want to make money doing consulting. I want to make money with a community with insane resources and all that shit. I want to make money with my SaaS. I'm building 2 of them right now. These will be, one of them is going to be $39 a month, and then one of them is going to be $18 a month. One plan, no 2 plans on these, and there'll also be annual plans as well. And that's it, guys. Oh, and then the custom AI dev stuff. So these are all the ways that I plan to make money this year. Consulting, a community, potentially with resources if there's interest around that. The SaaS, building 2 right now, $39 a month and $18 a month for those. Custom AI custom AI dev stuff. And then also the boilerplate if I end up going through with that. Potential boilerplate, who knows? So that's it, guys. This is just a brain dump. This video was honestly just helpful to me and also something that I'll be able to look back on closer to the end of this year and be like, okay, cool. I did this, I didn't do this. And then really dissect my thinking and my decision-making and be like, well, why didn't I do that? What stood in my way? Why didn't I follow through? Just to hold myself accountable. And hopefully this will be a positive thing to look back on. And hopefully this gave you guys some ideas. Like maybe, who knows, right? But one thing that I can tell you for certain with complete confidence is that tech is exploding this year. Getting into AI or software development now will be one of the best decisions of your life. If you're into it, like if you're passionate about it a little bit, or if you just want to challenge yourself and learn something hard and new, and if you're technically inclined, you'll have so much fun. I promise you. I've I haven't regretted the 6 years of developing I've done for 1 second, literally 1 second. It may be one of the best decisions you ever make in your life to get into it. So with that being said, guys, hopefully this video provided you a little bit of value, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.